All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome in as we continue our Find Your Roar webinar series as we interview different departments on campus. This week, we're interviewing our Center for Student Excellence. So we have three of the faculty staff from that department that will be telling you all of the resources that they have to offer for our students here on campus. So thank you all again for joining us. My name is Ryan Cavanaugh. I am the Assistant Director of Admissions here at Southeastern. And so let me pull this up right here. Perfect. So here, if you have any questions, you can always feel free to contact myself. You can shoot me an email or give us a phone call. You can always go to southeastern.edu/recruiter. And that way you can schedule an appointment to meet with us on Zoom, Google Meet, phone call, really whatever you'd like. And we'll be happy to help you all out today. So with that, we'll go ahead and get started, introduce our guest. We have Marie Bernard, who is our Tutoring Center Coordinator here on campus. Mindy Nociano, who deals with freshman success, and Brad Bergeron, who's one of our new ACE coaches here on campus. So with all of that, thank y'all, the three of y'all, for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Yes,
all right.
Thanks, Ryan.
So as we have some more people joining us, we're broadcasting this on our Facebook Live. If you're joining us on Zoom, either way, we would love for you to ask us some questions. We have some questions that were previously submitted. So if you're on Facebook, you can ask in the comments. If you're in Zoom, you can go to the bottom and you should see a Q&A. You can ask us a question there. We'll be happy to answer this live for you. But before we begin, I have a question for y'all. As y'all can see, we'll kind of split this one up. I'm not going to make y'all answer all these questions, so not too much pressure here. But Mary, we'll start with you. What is your favorite spot on campus?
My favorite spot on campus is right outside of the Pottle building. There's that space right between 12 Oaks, used to be the beautiful trees. You'd sit out there on a nice afternoon. You can hear the musicians playing their music and sitting under the oak trees. It's a great spot for like a little picnic outside. That's
a good one. I haven't heard that one. You're the first one to say it so far on the webinar series, but that's a really good guess. Mindy, this is my favorite question. Favorite place to eat on campus?
Hands down, I'd have to say the main dish. I think we have some great places to eat. We have really good places, good options, but you can't go wrong with the main dish. You're always going to find something that you like. They have such good good choices, so definitely main dish.
Always get the cake. We always have great cake. I love that part. All right, Brad, and your favorite Southeastern memory?
Well, this is going to come to no surprise to my staff that I work with, my coworkers. I met my fiance here at Southeastern. We went to the same counseling program together. She ended up working in career services. I worked downstairs in the Center for Student Excellence. And of course, my most recent favorite memory is proposing to her at Friendship Oak in Friendship Circle. So
very cool. Yeah. Very cool. Well, thanks to all three of y'all for joining us today. It looks like we have everybody that's registered joining us. So once again, if you have a question, feel free to put it in the Facebook comments or the Q&A if you're joining us on Zoom. This video is also recorded, so if you need to go back, it's on our Southeastern Find Your Roar page. You can go back and watch this video in case there's something you missed or want further clarification about. So what we'll be doing is we'll be asking them questions about their department. This is one of my favorite departments on campus because it helps people, especially through their freshman year. Going to college can be very difficult. You'll hear words and dates that you were never familiar with, and you're going to need somebody to ask questions to. And the Center for Student Excellence is your go-to place to help take care of that. So the first question leads right into that. Mindy, if you want to help just tell students, what is the Center for Student Excellence, also called CSE for short?
Sure. Yeah, I'd love to talk about this. So basically, the CSE is everything to do with success. So if it's about freshman success, helping students to connect with their career, the academic and career coaching, transfer students, helping them to make the transition, and also through tutoring and learning assistance. So we really built in a lot of different tools, a lot of different people to really help from the beginning, from freshman year all the way to the end. Because what we want to do is we want to get students to start that very first semester. And we know that if they can be successful during that first semester, they're going to be more likely to go on and be successful all the way through. But sometimes students have hiccups. And so we have resources to help with those hiccups. The academic and career exploration, which we'll talk a little bit more about in just a minute, as well as a tutoring and learning assistance, which we'll also talk about. So kind of go into a little bit more detail about each one. So each of these different areas were broken down to 4 different areas. So the first one's freshman success. And so first year students, everyone who comes through gets a first year advisor. And that is directed through whenever they schedule their Southeastern 101 class. You can go to the next slide, Brian. So everybody takes, every student who comes in takes Southeastern 101, and every student is connected with their first year advisor through that. You can go to the next slide. So basically, what is SE 101? So we have a bunch of different advisors. So these are examples of all the wonderful faces of the different advisors that we have here. All of these people teach Southeastern 101, and we're all ready to help you and meet you and greet you whenever you come in, from starting from orientation, advising you all the way through your first year. Okay. So Southeastern 101 is a 2 credit hour course. So every student is going to take it. It's required for every major. And it meets twice a week. And through that course, we really get to know our students. We really try to connect with what are your goals? What do you want to learn? What do you want to reach? Helping them connect to their major. We offer sections, about what we call focus area or career areas of interest. So you also are able to meet other students who have some similar interest areas. Okay. Then through that, your SE 101 instructor is your advisor. So that person gets to know you, gets to know what your goals are, helps you create an academic map, which is the courses that you have to take from start to finish, all the way to graduation, help you to learn more about your major or other areas of interest. And then they also help you plan your classes every semester. So you'll meet with them in the second semester. Even though you're not in SE 101, you'll get to meet with them again to help plan your classes for those first 2 semesters. And so you have someone that's like your go-to person during that first year, just to kind of help you with that transition, because first year is a big transition, you know, and so having that person to help guide you is going to be a great resource.
Yeah, and I remember when I started college, I was thinking, okay, you know, it's school. I've always done school by getting my homework done in the parking lot before class begins, or, you know, just read the study guide that I was given with a lot of the answers on it before. And then you go to college, and then it's not like that at all. And when you had these situations, you know, I would always see my parents at home at night, and they'd help me through it. When you go to college, you don't have those people.
Right.
And so in having somebody within CSE for your whole freshman year, I cannot tell you, is such a huge component for success, as you mentioned. Just it's like, yes, they're your advisor, but they're like a coach in a way. They're your cheerleader. They're whatever you need to be to help get you through these times.
Yeah, and I like what Brian always says is that, you know, we're here and we can help you as much as you let us, you know. And so what I tell my students is, like, I am able to help you. I'm able to be your cheerleader, but you got to meet me halfway, you know. And so, you know, when it comes to us, we're always there cheering them on, trying to provide the resources. And like I said, the freshman success SE 101, you know, it's a class, but it's really more than just a class, you know. It's a connection. So I think that's a big resource that Southeastern offers. That's very unique.
Well, another resource that's really cool is new, Brad, is some of our ACE coaches here on campus.
Yeah, so my area I'm really excited about. We have in the picture, you can see the first person on the left, Mr. Hunter Waddell. He is our transfer student coordinator, and he just helps the students who are coming in with more than 30 hours, who just really don't know how to navigate Southeastern, and he is the resource to them. The rest of the lovely people in that picture are the ACE coaches, which stands for Academic and Career Exploration, including myself at the very end. So I'm the assistant director, but I'm also an ACE coach. And so we're going to tell you a little bit about what that means. So our population is for third semester freshmen or 30 hours, which is basically sophomore level. So as soon as you move on from the freshman advising side, you already have care and support. So we tell students, you can come on back home, back to the CSE, and we can take care of you. So one of the first things we want to talk to you about, one of the resources that we provide is academic checkpoints and academic coaching. And a checkpoint's just a point in the semester where you get to finally get some grades in your class. You get to see where you are, get to see if what you're doing is working, or reassess. And meeting with an ACE coach, we can actually meet with our students and really understand how our student defines success, and what are their goals, and what are their obstacles, and what are their strategies. So we often say academic success is described like pieces of a puzzle. And so you can see some of those puzzle pieces on the screen right there. So academic coaching provides the training ground for the development of these skills. And we have a strong emphasis on growth mindset and grit. And you're going to learn all about that in SE 101. All right, next. Another service we provide is major and career coaching resources. So we know that the majority of incoming freshmen will change their major at least once. And we also know that selecting a career is a lifelong process. So your major selection may direct your initial focus, but careers tend to branch out in new and sometimes unexpected ways as we experience different things, as our interests evolve, as the job market changes, and as we continue to network. That's a huge part of college, is networking and meeting people. That's how most of us got our jobs. Our staff will provide you with access to a program called Type Focus, where you can actually take personality assessments. You can find out about your interests, your values, and kind of see what careers out there match those, and what type of Southeastern majors also do that. And we also provide you with the resource of undergraduate coordinators. So when you get excited about a particular major, and we give you the details on that, we can get you connected with somebody in the academic department that can give you the finer details. And let me just say this before I forget, all these wonderful services that we're providing for students when they move on from the freshman year, they get the same type of services from their freshman advisors. So don't feel like you're not going to get that until you have an ACE coach. But once you move on from your freshman advisor, we can continue these type of services for you. And then the last service we provide often is referrals to academic departments and campus resources. So when students come in for help, they often have a lot of different concerns that they're coming to us for. And so we just like to tell people that, no matter what you think the trouble or concern is, if you're not sure who to go to and you're just not sure about the resource, then come on back home to the CSE. We'll help provide the service for you when we can, and when we can't, we'll get you connected to the right resource.
And that's one of the things I really enjoyed that you said. When I went to college, I thought, success in college would be having like a 4.0. Like if I had a 4.0 or graduated with honors, that would be a success. But there's so much more to being successful in college. Like you mentioned, is one, enjoying what you're doing, enjoying what you're studying, and know that you have a great future career ahead of you. But like you said, networking, getting to know other people, helping with internships, and really learn and meet people within that major, because that's going to help you be successful in college, but help you prepare you to be successful after college as well.
Absolutely.
All right, so I have another question, which is one of my favorites, because I know this was a huge part of me in college helping, is the types of tutoring that we have to offer on campus.
So we provide, Southeastern has different resources for tutoring. Our computer science department provides tutoring for computer science majors. We have the Writing Center, which provides tutoring for all of your English classes or any type of paper that you're writing, even in another subject area. You can go to the Writing Center for that. And then we pick up the math lab also provides tutoring for students in math. And then the tutoring center comes in, and we are a CRLA certified lab, which means we adhere to very strict guidelines in terms of hiring and our training that we do. So we offer a ton of services. So our first thing that we do is tutoring. We offer tutoring in different subjects, from our math, beginning with math, finite math, math 105, going to advanced. We have all the natural sciences, so you can see your chemistry, physics. We're really trying to start pushing a lot more zoology. We have a few, not very many people come in asking for biology, but we do offer some biology tutoring. We also offer tutoring in business. Usually accounting is a big one for us as well. We also offer something called Net Tutor, and Net Tutor is a program that we offer. It's an online program that students, if you're working on homework at 2 o'clock in the middle of the night, you can go online and go to Net Tutor. It's a free charge. It's a free service for Southeastern students. We pay for it through our funds here in the tutoring center. Another thing that we offer is something called supplemental instruction. And what supplemental instruction is, this is a student who has taken a historically difficult courses like chemistry, physics, computer science, and our ET courses. So these students actually sit in the course all over again. They meet with their professors and they plan out sessions where you can go and meet with them twice a week. They're going over content while teaching you study skills, teaching you how to do a study group. I love this when I go and I watch my SI sessions. A lot of the students become friends. They form different types of chat groups and they're constantly talking about whatever course that they're working on. So it's been a great, I love to see the students collaborate with supplemental instruction. We have something called PASS, which is peer assisted study sessions, where we have a tutor who sits down and really shows the students how to conduct a study session. Right now, we're doing it with psychology, different psychology courses, but mostly with Sociology 101. Our students really seem to like that. So it's a great place to collaborate and to meet others while studying for sociology. We have a speech critique. You can come in. It doesn't have to be for a communications class. You can come in any course. If you're taking a marketing course, then you have to do a formal presentation. I have a speech major who will critique your presentations. You can actually do the delivery. She'll critique your delivery. And I'm really excited. We've expanded on this where she's now working with senior capstone projects. So these are classes that students will be graduating and now they're making presentations to future employers. And my comm person is working with them, getting those presentations ready. So it's really exciting. So those are just some of the services that we offer. Ryan, can you go to the next screen? One of the other things that we're going to be starting up next year is I want to do a study skills badging system. I'd like for you to join up with the Tutoring Center. And these are all the different types of skill sets that a college freshman would need to be successful. Because Ryan, you mentioned earlier about, oh, they just studied the night before, look over the night before. It doesn't work anymore. So a lot of times you have these really great students, but have never had to study. Well, how do you study? And so we've come up with this badging system that you're going to go through all these different things to help you to become a better student and to feel more prepared for college. So that's all the things that the Tutoring Center has.
Very cool. This question I really could relate to, because like you said, going to college is scary. You have no idea what to expect. So this one is, I hear your freshman year can be confusing. So who do I contact for questions and go to for help when need be?
Always freshman advisor first. That's the go-to. As soon as you get in, that is the person you always want to contact. They're gonna be your lifeline while you're here.
Yeah. And a lot of students are intimidated by this, but your instructor is a huge resource. And I'll talk to my students sometimes and I'll say, hey, did you talk to your professor about the class? No, I haven't gone to them. And it's like, they have office hours specifically for that. And sometimes it takes a little, go to your first year advisor first and they can maybe help coach you on, okay, let's talk about what this is going to be like. Okay, you're going to talk to them, let's discuss it first. And sometimes that helps, but your instructor is a huge resource and they have office hours just for that. And then, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, that was one of the things that I wish it didn't take me a couple of years to realize, but especially with professors who have office hours, I'm like, well, go talk to the person who's grading your schoolwork and talk to them about ideas. Like it's almost a cheat code to go talk to somebody who's doing your grading. And I hate that it took me until my junior year to realize that.
And I don't
like
think
you said, they do this job for a reason, and that's
right.
They want to help and want you to learn.
I don't think they realize that. Like they're sitting there waiting. They're like, okay, and they look forward to being able to talk and have those experiences, and when they come in, I feel like it makes a really good impression too, because it's showing that you're eager, that you want to learn, that you want to do well. And so that goes pretty far, in the long run. So definitely take advantage of that.
I've had a lot of my SC 101 students tell me in the past, oh, in high school, they said, oh, the people in college are so mean that they don't want to deal with you. It's so far from the truth. I deal with professors all the time. They're constantly like, nobody comes to see me. I sit in my office hours waiting for students and no one shows. So disregard what you've heard. The professors are awesome. They want to be here. They're here for you and they want to help you.
I also heard that. So yeah, it's a big common misconception. All right, so speaking of those high school students right now, so what are some things they can be doing right now while they're in high school, junior, senior year, to help prepare them for college?
That's a good question. So I think that, right now, as you're in high school, finishing up that last senior year, there's a few things to kind of think about doing. I think just beginning to get in the college mindset, realizing that college is a year away, but less than a year away, perhaps for some of you out there. And starting to think about it like, okay, this is real. I'm going to be a college student next year, and it's fun. There's a lot of fun things to be had, but it's also, getting organized. Start doing things now that can help you to practice that. Keeping a planner. I have a lot of students that'll say, well, I never really had to do that before. Well, it's like, have you ever been in college before? No, I've never had to keep track of my time before. I've never had to make a study plan. Yeah, but you've never been in college, so you got to start thinking about things like, okay, I'm going to have to start acting like a college student, which means I need to start managing my time. I don't have to do that right now because why? Someone's kind of managing your time for you for the most part, right? You're going to school, get up in the morning, go to school, get home in the afternoon, maybe have some afternoon activities, like maybe you play ball or something like that, do a little homework, maybe. But college is so different because you have to manage all of that on your own. So just kind of getting in that mindset now and beginning to think about, what that's going to look like.
Yeah, and you can, start thinking about how to become more independent. So it's easy to think about, all right, let me make sure I know how to wash laundry. Let me make sure I know how to work my banking. Let me make sure I know how to wake up on my own and those kind of things. But college is more than that too. It's also learning how to advocate for yourself. And so learning how to troubleshoot problems and speak up for yourself and find resources. And that's a big part of college. And of course, we can help you along the way with who's the right person to go to when you need that. But that's a big thing to start thinking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the best things that I did, and I always encourage students to do the same. We have Southeastern Scholars program here on campus, Gifted and Talented program, where you can take college credit on campus early if you meet the requirements. One of the things I did is, and I didn't really realize it at the time until the fall semester started, but I started college in the summer. And having class on campus in the summer when it's not that busy was such a huge benefit because you figure out the little things like where parking is, where can I, print off stuff? How do I print off stuff? Those little things that you don't really think about.
What's a credit hour?
Yes, like you don't understand that. And I always tell students, I would start in the summer because that way you understand these things before the fall hits, and it's, it could be chaos on campus when it's compared to everything else because you're just not used to it. And like Brad said, you have to wake up. You don't have mom throwing water on you or turning the light on to wake you up. You have to, and that gives you like a whole, month or two to practice. And that's, I always tell students, that's such a huge component to help making sure like you're prepared. So I always suggest that. If people have questions, what's probably the best way they can contact y'all and get some more information?
Yeah, you guys can go to our website. It's southeastern.edu /CSE. I didn't realize I didn't put that on there, but it's really easy. Southeastern.edu /CSE. So it's easy to go to our website, and from there you can look at the Tutoring Center. You can look at the Academic and Career Exploration. You can see all the different CSE Southeastern 101 advisors and instructors. And you can look at the different focus areas too.
Very cool.
Brad, for the Academic and Career Exploration, Brad's side has some really good resources for some career exploration. I know some of you guys are maybe still trying to figure out what you want to major in. So, check out that website and maybe go on there and play around with some of the different tools that you can begin exploring, research in different majors. You can follow us on Facebook. We have a Facebook and Instagram, so we try to post things on there periodically, some success tips, and to keep everybody up to date. Marie in Tutoring Center has, I think you guys also have a Facebook page, so y'all can, just kind of find us. If you just search the Southeastern Center for Student Excellence, you can find our different pages on there.
Very cool. And then if any of y'all have any admissions questions, one of the best things y'all can do is you can visit southeastern.edu /connect. This takes you to our new virtual experiences page. So one of the things is we want to make sure that even during all of this, there's still ways that you can get information. I know normally a lot of y'all out there may meet our Service Student Excellence at a Lion Pride preview or, visiting campus. And this year, it's not the same. So visit our website where you can explore everything what we're offering virtually. As you can continue our Find Your Roar webinar series, as we do this every Monday, we have a little virtual college fair, which is Southeastern, where you can join and we'll help answer your questions if you wanted to meet with one of our admissions recruiters one-on-one, or if you just wanted to just attend a generic webinar of touring campus, a transfer webinar, one about admission scholarship, or any of our virtual tours. Just know that we are offering all sorts of content virtually, so you do not have to come to campus. But if you wanted to, we're hosting On Campus Destination Southeastern. This is an event that we have coming up. We have 3 in November, where we help you with the college process. As we talked about, going to college could be a little bit different. So we're helping you apply, we help you do your FAFSA, and you also get to tour campus and tour housing as well. And if you really want to deep dive into a particular major, we're offering some academic discovery sessions where you can meet with the college, you get to meet with the dean, you get to tour the academic facility, and then also tour campus and housing. And of course, we're here to help. And then one of the best things you can do right now is you can text Lion Up to 58052, and everything you could ever need is now on your phone. So if you wanted to visit campus, if you wanted to explore with CSE, if you wanted to meet with a recruiter or need help with anything on the college process, text Lion Up to 58052. We'll be happy to help, and you can actually meet with your admissions counselor through there. Here's our admissions staff, and we'll be happy to help out with any sort of way, and just feel free to contact us. All right, so I think the questions that were asked, we actually helped answer that, so we're good. I think we got everybody. So to the 3 of y'all, thank y'all so much for taking time out of your busy Monday, for joining me to tell people about your great department, one of my favorite departments on campus. So thank y'all so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thanks,
All right.
Ryan.
So we'll be back next week, Monday at 4, as we continue this webinar series to learn about our Division of Student Affairs, student life here on campus, and all the resources that we have to offer. So thank y'all for joining us today. If you're joining us on Facebook or Zoom, once again, this is recorded, so you can go back to our Find Your Roar page and watch this. If you just caught the tail end of it, that's more than okay. And let us know if you have any questions. And as always, line up.